Good evening, everyone. Friday will be a Weather Now alert day due to the fact of the possibility of heavy rain and flooding from Tropical Storm Nicole. Your news and weather 1 hour earlier at 10 p.m. starts right now.
It is Election Day, and on Fox 54, we have you covered with all you need to know. Good evening, everyone. I'm Trent Butler.
And I'm Kimberly Scott. Up for grabs in this year's midterms, all 435 House seats, 35 Senate seats, and 36 governor positions.
Yeah, we know you're anxious to get to those results, so let's go ahead and jump right into those real-time numbers in the race for Georgia governor. This is a rematch from 4 years ago. Governor Brian Kemp against Stacey Abrams. Abrams took an early lead, but Kemp coming back with a vengeance right now. As you see there, the governor with 54% of the vote, the challenger Stacey Abrams with 46%. The country also paying very close attention to this race, the U.S. Senate seat up for grabs in Georgia. This one could not be any closer. Senator Raphael Warnock looking to serve his first full term, while Republican and former UGA football star Herschel Walker trying to unseat him. Look at how close this is right now. Walker with 50%, Warnock with 49%. We're talking a difference of about 33,000 votes right now. When each candidate has over 1.5 million votes, this race could determine whether the Senate stays in Democratic control or it flips. As you see there, though, only 57% reporting so far. So we have a long ways to go on this one. And after the 2020 election and the ensuing investigation, a lot of focus in this race for Georgia's Secretary of State. The incumbent, Brad Raffensperger, hoping to keep his job, but he faces competition from Democrat B. Wynn, who actually grew up in Augusta. Actually, what we're going to do is focus on the U.S. House district race. This is for Congress, District 12, and Rick Allen, the incumbent right now, with 59% of the vote. Elizabeth Johnson, the Democratic challenger right now, at 41%. 84% of the votes in so far on this one, Kim.
Indeed. And some high-profile races in South Carolina as well. The race for governor between incumbent Republican Henry McMaster, former Congressman Joe Cunningham, and Libertarian Bruce Reeves. Just after 7 p.m., Fox News called this race in favor of Henry McMaster based on the early votes and the exit polls. You can see there 47% already reporting McMaster with 57% of the vote, Joe Cunningham with 42% of the vote. Now, the race for U.S. Senate includes the Palmetto State's incumbent junior Senator Tim Scott squaring off against Democrat Crystal Matthews. That race also called alongside the governor's race for Republicans. Incumbent Tim Scott will keep his seat. Right now, 48% of the votes in. Tim Scott with 61% of those votes, and then Matthews coming in with 39% of the vote. Now, Congressman Joe Wilson hopes that voters will send him back to the House of Representatives. The incumbent Republican faces a challenge from Democrat Judd Larkins. Right now, the polls are sitting at 56% for Joe Wilson, 44% for Judd Larson, 29% of those votes in, and we, of course, will cover these stories, these races, and keep you posted as the numbers continue to come in.
And some races now from the CSRA. It's official. Chris Johnson stays in his job as tax commissioner in Richmond County. Fox 54's Ainsley Edwards has more now from Johnson's headquarters, again, out of Richmond County.
Fox 54 Election News Now, sponsored by Harrington Financial Services.
Johnson has been serving as tax commissioner for 6 months, and tonight Richmond County residents voted to keep him in that role for a little while longer. Democrat incumbent Johnson clinched with 76% of the vote. And was able to defeat the other two candidates. Richmond County Sheriff's Office Finance Director Veronica Freeman Brown, who secured around 18% of the vote. And CPA Sanford Lloyd, who captured 5% of votes.
I didn't want to sit on the things that we had done in the past. I had had been sitting on some ideas that I really wanted to get done. In the past 6 months, I've had a chance to do that, and I've got even more that I'd like to get accomplished. And I thank the voters for Richmond County for giving me that opportunity.
Johnson took over as tax commissioner 6 months ago when Stephen Kendrick resigned to run for mayor. But serving in the tax office is nothing new for Johnson. Prior to this role, he was chief deputy for 10 years. Now he gets to continue what he calls a commitment to excellence.
Johnson says that come tomorrow, the tax commission office will be back to work. They even have a November and December plan in the works. In Richmond County, Ansley Edwards, Fox 54 News Now.
All right, Ansley, appreciate that. Now, it is one of the big races in Georgia, Kemp versus Abrams.
Yeah, we told you how Governor Kemp and Stacey Abrams are performing right now. The governor has a slight lead, but many of you wondering, well, how did the CSRA vote? I went to the polls today, and let's go ahead and show you this. Come over here to the big board. And again, a governor's race out of the CSRA. We're going to start here in Columbia County, and as you can actually, Lincoln County right there, as you can see, Brian Kemp, the governor, with 76% of the votes, so dominating Columbia County so far, but only 17% of the votes are in right now. Stacey Abrams with 22% of the votes so far. Now, also want to go ahead and show you how Richmond County is faring. Stacey Abrams, a completely different situation here. Stacey Abrams with 65% of the vote and the governor with 33% of the vote. And also going to go ahead and show you Burke County here, and Brian Kemp, 55% of the vote so far. Stacey Abrams with 44% of the vote there in the governor's race. Now, in South Carolina, incumbent Governor Henry McMaster facing off with the Democratic candidate Joe Cunningham, a race that's already been called so far in McMaster's favor. But let's go ahead and show you how things are faring in Edgefield County. The governor with 67% of the vote, Joe Cunningham with 31%. Bruce Reeves, the Libertarian, not really factoring in much here at 1%. Now in Aiken County, the governor doing also very well. 66% of the vote, Joe Cunningham, the Democrat, with 31%, the Libertarian 1.6%. And finally in Barnwell County, the governor again performing well in the CSRA, 58% of the vote, Joe Cunningham, the congressman at 40%, the Libertarian, again, right there at 1%. Now, in the Senate race, incumbent Senator Reverend Raphael Warnock facing that tough competition from Herschel Walker. And let me tell you, we have been watching this go back and forth throughout the night. Warnock had the early lead, then it was Walker. And of course, what they're trying to do is make sure they have 50% plus one so they don't have to go through the runoff. In Columbia County, which you would imagine it traditionally has voted conservative, Herschel Walker right there, 70% of the vote in Columbia County, but only so far 17% of the votes have been counted so far. So much more to go. Raphael Warnock with 26% of the vote. Now in Richmond County, let's go ahead and check here. And again, reverse. Raphael Warnock with 68% of the vote, Herschel Walker 30%, Chase Oliver, the Libertarian, again 1.4%. And then finally, in Burke County, Herschel Walker. This one's a lot closer than the other two counties that we are focusing on. Herschel Walker, 53%, Warnock at 46% right there. Now, and finally, incumbent Senator Tim Scott in South Carolina hoping to keep his seat, battling the Democrat Crystal Matthews, a race that actually was called earlier in the evening. So the incumbent will hold on to his Senate seat. He gets another 6 years. But let's go ahead and run it down for you, how everything fared. Tim Scott here, 69% of the vote in Edgefield County, doing well there. Also in Aiken County, the trend continues. The vote is almost identical in the percentages, 69.9%, Crystal Matthews at 30%. And also finally in Barnwell County, not quite as much of the support there for Senator Scott, but still at 60%. He has truly dominated the CSRA this evening. So again, the CSRA giving you a look at how they are voting for all the candidates in the major races. In fact, you can see all these updates live for yourself at our website, WFXG.com. All you have to do is click on the Elections tab. You'll see that at the top of the screen. Kim.
Thanks a lot, Trent. Now, with governor's races, congressional and Senate seats on the line for this midterm election, Fox 54's Lauren Young tells us why some voters are more focused on the local decisions on today's ballots.
It is election day across the country, but here in the two-state, voters are focused on some key local issues.
The issue that I found most important today was the SPLOST. I grew up in Columbia County, and so you know, anything that I can kind of vote in favor for to benefit the county, I find, you know, really important.
Voters in Richmond County have some key races on the ballot, including tax commissioner and school board, in addition to senators and congressmen.
This is our neighborhood, our community, our state. We're not voting for president, but we're voting for the guy next door.
Just across the river, one voter who spoke with me says he doesn't expect much to change after this midterm election.
This is not going to be one of those nail biters tonight, South Carolina, but I still always vote.
Another Aiken County voter holds out hope, telling me
every vote counts. If you want to see change, it's the best way to do it.
So what happens after the polls close?
Any voters in line at 7 o'clock, of course, they get to vote, and then the poll workers will do their closeout procedures, and they'll bring this election supplies and the ballots back to our Appling Warehouse location to turn everything in, where then the votes are tallied and uploaded to the Secretary of State's website, and we'll go through the certification process.
All across Fox 54's viewing area, citizens view voting not only as their right, but as their duty.
If you're going to be part of this great country, and one of the things that is expected of you is to vote and to cast that ballot for the people that you want to represent you.
It should be important to every red-blooded American in all 50 states.
In studio with your election news now, I'm Lauren Young for Fox 54.
We'll get back to more coverage coming up momentarily. Want to jump right in here, give you the latest now on our Weather Now Doppler radar. No cloud cover for the most part, and also pretty much the same when it comes to any type of precipitation from Leakington back over to Barnwell, Benburg, and Allendale. All eyes on the tropics again. Of course, this is still hurricane season lasting all the way through November the 30th. We do have a tropical storm, and with that said there for you, the watches and the warnings are popping up now. Also, we are under a lake wind advisory until tomorrow evening by 7 p.m. The darker red that you see, that's a tropical storm warning that goes until about 10 p.m. for Friday night. The pink that you see there, or the lighter red, is a tropical storm watch that goes until about 10 p.m. there also on Friday. So what we can expect, tropical storm Nicole expected to move across our area starting late Thursday night. And so we're calling Thursday afternoon and evening, and also all day Friday and Veterans Day will be a Weather Now alert day. Heavy rainfall is possible. The primary that we're talking 1 to 3 inches, and wind gusts as high as 35 miles an hour. Now, when we come back, we'll give you the latest on Nicole and talk about the weekend forecast. Let's get back to our news now. Here's Trent.
All right, Jay, thank you. We do have other news to get to tonight besides election coverage. After an overnight delay, the historic $2 billion Powerball lottery has come to a close, and there is a big winner. The problem is the big winner is on the other coast, California. However, two people from South Carolina are profiting quite nicely right here in Aiken at the Three-Way Food Mart on Richland Avenue. A ticket was sold worth $50,000. The lucky winner was the only South Carolinian to take home a big win. Two people from Fort Mill taking home $1 million and $50,000, respectively. The newest billionaire, by the way, bought the winning ticket in California. Crowds of people flocking to Joe's Service Center to talk to the owner and congratulate him because he wins $1 million for selling the $1 billion ticket. The owner says he's excited about what this money will do not only for him and his family, but for his community.
I help my grandchildren, and now I'd like to help somebody else too.
He's a winner, so whatever he wants to do with the money is up to him, but he deserves every penny of it. You know, he's a giving man, so I'm sure he's going to give back to the community, back to the church, and whatnot, and share with everyone.
All right, more news and weather coming up in just a moment there for you, about 13 minutes after the hour. Here's those stats for today. Afternoon temperature, we hit 80. Yesterday was 85. We start off at 61. No rainfall the past 24 hours. You're watching WFXG Fox 54 News Now. Back right after this.
Download the Fox 54 News app today and make sure to enable the alerts.